back to Forza Horizon 5. This is the Hot Wheels expansion, and today we're checking out a car that I've wanted to check out for a very, very long time. And this is it. This is the Hennessey Venom F5. And today we're gonna find out if it's Forza Horizon 5's fastest car. Real quick though, before we do jump into the Hennessey Venom F5, I wanted to let you guys know that we started up a giveaway for the Hot Wheels expansion. The devs were super kind and hooked me up with a whole bunch of codes, and we're giving them away in episode 1 of our Let's Play. I'll include a link in the description down below if you missed it. It went up a couple hours ago. Go check it out and enter, and if you're lucky, you can win a copy of the Hot Wheels expansion just like that. When you jump into the Hot Wheels expansion, you will start off in rookie rank down in B class. As you earn your way all the way up and through, you will unlock different classes of cars to drive. When you eventually get to the end in X class, that is where you'll find the Hennessey Venom F5. After that, once you scroll through all of these missions, you'll find one of them called Fresh Orange Route that has you discover all the roads in the Hot Wheels expansion. There's like 175, I think. Just a bit of a heads up, you can actually fast travel anywhere you want on the Hot Wheels map to save you some time when you're trying to discover all of those roads. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to say this, but this is the 2021 Hennessey Venom F5 with all 1,800 horsepower, 1,200 foot-pounds of torque. Anyways, before we jump into any of the customization and ripping this thing down the highway, I want to try driving it bone stock, and specifically, engine sound? Yep, the Koenigsegg's are already worried. So, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably gonna be a little bit sketchy. Rear-wheel drive, 1,800 horsepower. However, this wouldn't be an AR12 video without any fun facts about the Hennessey Venom F5. So right out of the gate, for those of you who don't know, this is Hennessey's latest and greatest creation. Their old car, the Hennessey Venom GT, that was based off the old Lotuses of back in the day. This new Venom F5 is all custom built from the guys over at Hennessey, including that crazy 6.6 liter V8 engine. Hennessey actually calls it the Fury engine. It runs on E85, and as you can tell, it's a monster. If you actually run this thing in full power mode, it is the 4th most powerful road car in the entire world. It's also set to be one of the fastest top speed cars in the entire world, according to Hennessey. In real life, this is totally the opposite of the Bugatti Chiron and the Bugatti Divo and stuff like that. The Chiron is basically like a luxury car that can also do nearly 300 miles an hour. There is actually one big problem with the Hennessey Venom. Well, okay, there's actually 2 problems with Hennessey. I mean, I wouldn't recommend lending him your Dodge Viper, but if you ignore that, the main problem with this car is it has a single clutch transmission, so it's a bit sluggish to actually shift gears and a bit clunky. I guess we'll rev it up and let's see what it can do. Just for reference, the fastest car in the game right now is the Koenigsegg Jesko. I actually took that thing down the highway earlier to see what it could do bone stock, and it did 286 miles an hour. Can this thing beat it? We are about to see. So, up into 7th gear, rip it along the shoulder of the highway. We're already going downhill. It's already beating the Koenigsegg. That's 290 straight into a bus. No way this thing does 300 miles an hour stock. 299, 300 miles an hour, 301, 302, and we're not even going downhill yet, 303. Keep it going. 304. Here's the downhill. 305. Can we go a little faster? No. 305 miles an hour. That is insane. I think I'm just going to say it. The Hennessey Venom is 100% going to be the fastest car in this game. That is crazy. Let's see how fast we can really go with this thing. So, conversion. No engine swaps for this thing. We can make it all-wheel drive, but I'm going to keep it rear wheel drive for our top speed test. In terms of our tire compound doesn't really matter, but I'll toss on some slick tires for now. I'm also going to go for some extra lightweight rims. I can save 15 pounds by tossing on these rims. I can toss on some engine spacers, but I'm going to pass on that. It's just, I don't think we need it for a top speed build, so no. Then we jump over to the performance and handling where we can upgrade our suspension. We've got rally suspension and drift suspension. All right, that's going to be really cool. We will come back to that in a minute or so. Anyways, if I'm going to be doing a top speed build, I'm going to toss on these, rally suspension, roll cage, that just adds extra weight, so I'm going to pass on that. And last but not least, weight reduction, bring down 300 pounds. That's awesome. And there's no extra power upgrades that you can do to this thing. So we're 300 pounds lighter with a fully customizable gearbox. How much faster is this thing? Actually, just for reference, my Koenigsegg Jesko that is built for top speed, 1,600 horsepower, so we've got 200 more. The Jesko, though, is about 100 pounds lighter than the Hennessey Venom. So I'm gonna run like the conventional top speed build and just go from there, and hopefully it'll work. We'll see. All right, Hennessey, so attempt number 2, this time with our crazy upgrade. Okay, it's a bit slidey this time. The fastest I have ever gone in Forza Horizon 5 without any event lab shenanigans is 308 miles an hour with a fully upgraded Koenigsegg. 285 already as we're in 7th gear. There's 290. The highway's a bit bumpy when you're doing this speed. There we go. I lived. Okay, 284, 286. Keep going. Here we go. Now aim down the hill. 290 miles an hour, 294. There's 300, 303, 304. Bro, what is this? Are you actually kidding me? There's nothing else I can even do to this thing. 300, 301, 302, 303, 304. Come on, 305, 306, 306. 306. Are you kidding me? Conspiracy theory, Koenigsegg paid the developers to make their car faster than this. I genuinely do not know what's up with this car, but it genuinely feels like it has a limiter on it. Also, Nick from the future here. I know I'm gonna get a bunch of comments from some of you guys being like, but Nick, I was able to hit 312 miles an hour with my Hennessey Venom F5. That is true, but you do need to take a massive drop in the Hot Wheels expansion to do that. I don't really class top speeds like that. I like comparing them on the highway and see what they can actually do. So it's fast, not fast enough. Honestly, I'm gonna need to put in a whole bunch of hours to see if I can get this thing to go any faster. This is the fastest car without any upgrades, bone stock, but for some reason, at least right now, it feels like it's being limited at 305 miles an hour, which is kind of a bit disappointing. Anyways, though, let's go back to the festival and let's see if I can make it into a race car. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna throw away all of the rules with this car. I'm gonna go all-wheel drive. Hello, X-Class. Hello, Tiggy. I'm gonna toss on front aero. I'm gonna toss on rear aero. I've already got slick tires, so that's looking good. All I'm gonna do is make them a little bit thicker. This thing is gonna be so grippy. I guess I should also remove that rally suspension. Yep, let's go back to race. All right, we're looking good. Something I haven't checked out just yet is the actual painting stuff. Let's take a look. No advanced painting options. Colors for this thing, though. Blue, orange, red, silver, and matte black. Whoa, that looks really, really cool. Okay, I really like that. All right, Hennessey Venom F5, let's go. This is the ultimate hypercar. Is this thing any good in the corners, or is it all for show? We do have that all-wheel drive to keep us planted. I probably shouldn't be cutting the corners with slick tires on my car, but let's go. There's definitely a little bit of understeer, even though I tried my best to tune it out. It's actually not too bad, actually. Brakes are really nice on this thing. Through the corner, kind of push the old Hennessey out. Sorry, bud. There's the interior with this really cool yoke. Don't even think about calling this thing a Tesla wannabe. I love that heads-up display as well. That looks awesome. Full-on race car mode. This thing's actually pretty good in the corners. It's not actually that bad. For 2,800 pounds, I like this thing. There is definitely a lot of turn in, wait, then gun it, get on the power with this thing. But it's not bad at all if you actually just change your driving style a little bit. And just like that, across the line, it does look really, really cool. I love the look of this thing. The next thing I want to do with the Hennessey Venom F5 is actually take it to my quarter-mile drag strip to see what it can do there. I want this thing to be as OP as I can make it, so full drag racing slick tires for this thing. I'm gonna keep it all-wheel drive for maximum grip. After that, I think I've got everything, honestly. I mean, I know I could toss on rally suspension. Just a heads up, if you are new around here and you want to try your hand at drag racing, I actually made this quarter-mile drag strip with perfect conditions. The devs still haven't added one to the game, so I made one myself. There's the share code if you want to try it out for yourself. All right, Hennessey Venom, we are definitely a sub 10-second car. I think this thing might be sub 8.3 seconds-ish, around there. Was that a 7.3? 7.4, hello! I definitely kind of lowered my expectation after that disappointing top speed, but I think with a little bit of tuning in here, we might be able to go even faster. Attempt number 2, can we get a better launch off the line? It almost does like this kind of little stall off the line. It's very, very strange. It's buttery smooth, though. It is so consistent. Pops a flame. Another 7.4, a little faster. Our third and final attempt, I have to cut myself off, or I will literally spend my entire day doing this. Go through the gears, a little bit less of a stall off the line that time. Our gears are actually really nice. That might have been faster. Let's see. 7.3. It's not by much, but I'll take it. Last but not least, for the Hennessey Venom F5, can it do drifting? Do I want to go rear wheel drive and just kind of fishtail everywhere with 1,800 horsepower? Or do I want to try to bang out some personal bests and run all-wheel drive? Obviously, one of the most important things we're going to need is some drift suspension. No, I didn't click B. Drift suspension, thank you. And since we've got so much horsepower, I'm actually going to run these drag tires. Again, without going into too much detail, I just really like using the drag tires for all-wheel drive drift cars. Doesn't really make sense, but I just get some really nice slide through the corners. You'll see. Since this thing is part of the Hot Wheels expansion, we had to bring it to the Hot Wheels expansion. Straight into the drift zone. You will very quickly see why I love this drift zone. It's probably one of the most normal drift zones on the Hot Wheels expansion because it doesn't have crazy amounts of camber everywhere, but you still need to absolutely send your vehicle through. That is so smooth. This thing is so nice to actually drift. That's backwards. That's backwards. That's a controlled spin. Maybe not so controlled now that I think of it. 174,000. I'm just gonna say, is it really a Hennessey Venom if you're not doing 200 miles an hour straight into a 360 drift? Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. I couldn't keep it going. This thing is an absolute monster out there. I'm kind of disappointed that it didn't have the top speed to actually take down the Koenigsegg Jesko. Trust me, I am going to be working on that for the next couple of days. I'm not going to lie, at the time of recording this video, this might be my favorite car that I've driven in the Hot Wheels expansion so far. We will have to see if anything can take it down. Subscribe for more FH5 Hot Wheel gameplay. I will see you guys soon with some of that. See you then. Bye!